we have to understand that there is, I would say, an elephant in the room when it comes to the housing crisis, Mr Acting Deputy President, and that is the mass migration crisis that we're seeing in this country and have seen over the last few years. Australians are now competing with people from overseas every single day to afford affordable homes to either rent or buy. And it's not only the housing market which is under threat, it's also our transport system, our healthcare, our schools. And the fact is that immigration should be doing something for Australia rather than the other way around. I would suggest that the current model of mass migration is not serving the interests of the Australian people any longer. In fact, it is now doing quite the opposite. The number of times I have heard young Australians talk to me about turning up to rental inspections and being there with 50 to 100 other people, all waiting in line, all looking for their opportunity to rent a property, I think is the overarching factor over and above the competition and the state of the economy. Now, I know that at the last two elections I didn't hear that discussed by the government. I didn't hear this plan to continue to allow huge numbers of people through the gates. I certainly didn't vote for anything on that nature with that in mind, and I know that there are no Australians that I'm aware of that did that either. This policy is frankly tearing at the fabric of this country. It is taking away from Australians what they have an absolute right to expect. We heard, of course, over the election period, Morgan Cox get onto a Q&A on the ABC and talk about this very issue, only to be howled at. How dare he, a man with a young family and a wife who I think was born overseas. So, hardly the sort of caricature of person that they like to cast in this. Talk about this very issue, how it's affecting Australians and what it is doing to the very fabric of this nation. That is the overriding issue on the housing crisis, I would suggest.